I'm going to show you guys a case of this baby. You know, I'm passionate about taking care of mamas throughout their pregnancies. I talk a lot about that on Instagram, and then taking care of the babies afterward. Why we do that? Because we wanna. There's two cycles of life. There's the cycle of health and wellness, and then the cycle of disease. If you want to live in health and raise your children without any symptoms, or going the other route where the storm, we call it the perfect storm, that starts from just any symptom they have, ear infection, colic, or difficulty breathing, going to the bathroom, all that stuff are small things that adds up. And then when you go the other route, which is the medical route, we see what happened afterwards from medication, all that throughout their life. So I seen this mom at her house, and I'm gonna put a video of the first adjustment I did to the baby, and then she came and visited me here in the office for 2 visits. So we'll walk you guys through it. You're gonna see her experience, and this is why I love chiropractic, because the mothers always see the miracle with their kids, and when they see it, they understand it, and then they never look anywhere else, because this is how your babies, and even before conceptions, you want to get yourself ready to have a baby. You got to make sure that chiropractic is the first thing on your plan, allowing your nervous system to work, because we have two parts of the nervous systems, and there has to be imbalance for you to kind of thrive and the baby grow in that uterus as you go through pregnancy. So enjoy the video and see you next time. How has she been since I saw you last time?
She's been good. There's been some, so she used to go to the bathroom 4 times a day, and now she's only going once or twice, and they're blowouts. They're not and she seems kind of uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if her system's resetting or something.
Gotcha.
And then she's been spitting up a little bit more.
Okay.
So just things that I've noticed that are different, but.
Now the first day I adjust her,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of a little history on her. She was a little bit fussy, and the stomach was kind of
really tense. It's
tense.
not like that anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after first adjustment, she had she went to the bathroom right away outside, but then afterwards you said.
Yeah, so that day that you left, she went 6 times, and then the next day she went once, and then yesterday was twice. But she's usually 4,
Mm-hmm.
so that's just not usual for her. And then when she does go, it's we have to change her clothes. She explodes everywhere.
Yeah,
but.
so it's a lot. It's still in the process of kind of,
okay.
3 weeks. Things has been going that direction since she was born, and we just opened the atlas bone, or the parasympathetic.
Okay.
It's gonna be uncomfortable for her, but.
I know. Yeah. At least it's warm in here, Eden. Huh. Yeah.
What was it? The spitting a lot. It's a little bit probably from the middle. We'll see today.
Okay.
Yeah, that's different.
It's definitely better.
Yeah.
This is. You remember him? He made you feel better.
So today is an office visit. We did a home visit for her, and since the lashes improved, I think.
Yeah, she's definitely less at nighttime. She's not nearly as fussy. Although she has been on a nap strike in the afternoon, and I was maybe it's all related to what she's going through, but.
I see. Hey. You're just so tiny. Let's see. We have to check the head. You're okay. So the crying is with adults. You can't tell me the pain, but with kids.
It's okay. You're okay. What are you doing?
Just watching the head to see how it likes to sit. So when we go to lift, that's good.
What'd you burp?
That's good. So before when we used to go to the right, she's like, oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. I can tell like when she lays on, when I do like tummy time with her, she can move her head so much better back and forth.
That's awesome.
Almost like, look at what I can do now. Like she kind of shows
Yeah.
off a little bit.
That's amazing.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just gonna check her. We'll do the gonstead check first, and then at the end we'll do the cranial work.
Okay.
Just kinda.
I can take this off if you need to.
It's fine. It won't block anything. Hey.
Oh, what are you doing? You're much calmer this time.
Yeah. The skins look much different also.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it was more like red.
Oh,
And
interesting.
I don't see a lot of inflammation. So the edema is what blocks the. Remember we talked about
Yeah.
the vertebrae. The edema gets around it to kind of stabilize the area,
Mm-hmm.
and that disturbs the cerebral spinal fluid.
That's fascinating. I guess when you're with her all the time, I don't notice that her, see how her skin changes.
Yeah, and
Yeah, what's he doing? Yeah.
yeah. So still that area. That's what's gonna do this bedding.
Okay.
The digestion system. There's a sphincter inside the stomach, right? And if it doesn't close, then what happens is every time she eats, it's kind of goes up.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Check the pelvis. Hey.
You talking to me?
Yeah, last time was a lot of crying.
I know.
She's
She's recently found her voice too, so she's
Awesome.
having quite a conversation with herself. Yeah.
hey. Maybe get her from that side. Just kind of lick the face. So as a breast here, she doesn't like that much.
Is that so bad? Yeah. So what's the reasoning for her like not going to the bathroom as much?
Because the body has gone through from sympathetic being stuck to parasympathetic, and she kind of released a lot. And maybe because in the beginning you saw her going too much because things were stuck, but now she's more comfortable. It's less constipated, I would say. So you hit the milestone, you can see the change in the bathroom habits,
Okay.
and we just gotta help them more. The stomach area here, we said 5, 6, 7, control the digestive area. So if that is not working optimally, then the food is not getting digested.
Gotcha.
Enzymes and all that. Sorry. I was just checking to see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 still. So tailbone's not as much. It's really nice.
Yeah. What's he doing to you?
Just because the colicky, not colic, the spitting. Last time was more colicky, now it's more spitting, right?
Yeah, last time it was just in the evening times, you know, she'd go through that like little witching hour that babies do, but she's been a lot more calm in the evenings. It's just after like, it's so interesting, after like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, she like does not want to sleep. She'll take like maybe an hour nap or 2, and I'm like, do you just want to like see the world or what? But she's not mad about it, she just doesn't want to go to sleep.
And how about night sleeping?
She'll do recently the past couple of days has been consistent. She'll go down at 8 and wake up around 12 or 1 and then feed and then wake up at 4 and 7. So it's still, I mean, she's still so young.
And hitting a milestone too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's more predictable. She was like, it's at least like we can count on like 8 to 1 and then 1 to 4 and 4 to 7. Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, the calmness comes from the parasympathetic, which is in the neck and the pelvis, and that's what we focused on last time. Today I'm focusing on, more on the sympathetic drive, and that's a reflex, so that's good. So number 5, we're just gonna do it like this.
Sure.
I know. So I'm just gonna give it a little tug here. Sorry. Gotta find that sweet spot. good.
I know.
You see the head?
It's okay, good girl.
Yeah, her atlas is really good. Mm-mm-mm. So that went down to, I'll put some, hold it for a second, give it some love. I'll get some essential oil.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. With some oils. Yeah, okay. Give it back to the man.
Now we did T5, which goes to digestive system. Now I'm gonna work on her cranial. Do it like this.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you're okay. You're getting help.
Hey.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy?
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
move.
go ahead. You're good.
For the cranial, I'm focusing on each side just to kind of.
Yeah, her stomach, we were amazed at how much, like, it doesn't feel as tense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this gonna help the spinal fluid to kind of calibrate. We talked about it going
Like in a circuit.
from the brain all the way down to the tailbone.
And it was
About
clogged before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
about 18 to 20 rounds. And if there's subluxation, we call it in the spine, that alter the rhythm of it. And the cranial at this age still in development, and still they have infused until 2 years, so we gotta make sure they're
That's fascinating.
balanced.
So what happens, like, if you're an adult and it fuses as a kid when it's, like, clogged? Will you have problems for, like, the rest of your life?
No, so as they grow, you know, because their bone still is not developed, so it kind of expand and things can. You can't say like, oh, 100% is something wrong is gonna happen, but if there is, you know, we talked about physical, emotional, and chemical. If it was just a physical, it might pass by and nothing happened. But if there was a chemical component to the subluxation, like something happened to them, they took something, or
Sure.
that would kind of disturb the area that is not working and cause some problems. And she's much chiller than last time.
I know.
Yeah.
She's been very, like a different kid, kind of.
Happy.
Very happy.
I know.
Not wanting to sleep, but happy. Like during the day at least.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll take happy over that, right?
And that's how they communicate. The last time, because there was a lot of pain when I touched the atlas, once the atlas sinked in, she's like, oh, I can see now the environment.
You can also tell, like, even when you saw her last, she's a lot more like, she like locks eyes now, like eye contact and stuff.
Yep. And that's where the parasympathetic is all about. Regenerating and healing and seeing the environment. When you're in sympathetic mode, all you think about is like, okay, I'm in fear. I just want to hide or kind of like go away.
Fight, yeah.
And then the last one is right here. We call that the cranial sacrum.
What's he doing?
Hopefully less, since we did the T5, the spinning is going to be less. Yeah.
Spinning. Doing that. What's he doing?
See, it's just feeling for that rhythm again. And see. Okay.
Sleep.
Sleepy now?
Yeah.
Maybe. Nope, not today. That's good.
She's like, I already blew out my glass this morning.
Yeah. It was huge, usually?
What?
It's been huge every time?
This morning, yesterday, she had 2 like blowouts like through her clothes. This morning it was more normal.
Good.
But,
Yeah. And then the first time after the adjustment was more like 6.
Yeah.
Continuous one? Yeah. No, you're fine.
Did you get me? Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get me? See, we use these at home too.
Young living?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that everybody keeps talking about how their babies have gotten diaper rash from the wipes, and I'm like, hasn't happened to her yet, so.
Yep.
We keep using them, huh?
It's just so people see it. Wait. I use Young Living in the clinic, and they have baby wipes, baby oils. So.
So how long do you think she should go in between the next one?
My way of doing it is like just watch how she's doing since we did the first visit last week.
Okay.
I mean this
week.
This week, yeah. This is the second. We can go about 2 weeks.
Okay.
But in the meantime, if anything is, she's like fussy again or like not doing anything.
Or if I notice her stomach's tight again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just bring him earlier, but it should be.
But 2 weeks should be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a checkup.
Let's put these back on you. Okay. Awesome. So she wasn't like the only thing that was out really was
The T6 or
Okay.
the digestive system, yeah.
okay. Which I guess that makes sense with the spit up
T5.
and the
Mm-hmm.
going to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Usually the tailbone, bless you, has to do with the colon going to the bathroom, but you know, as we said, she's going through the healing process after we adjusted the first time. So
She's also going through a milestone
Milestone,
too.
yep.
So
with the milestone, the bathroom kind of.
that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I guess you've probably learned a lot about babies, haven't you?
Yeah, they're fascinating.
through your job. Yeah, you learn a lot. Here you go, baby.
Any question?
No, thank you. I'm glad to know that she's like that. She held the adjustment. You know.
Mm-hmm. And she still have one thigh.
Yeah. So on her right hand side, so she had a posterior like way back, and she was weaker. It was still like she was still restricted on her right, but I haven't noticed it actually affecting her. Before you adjusted her on Monday, it was definitely affecting her on the right hand side, but she's definitely gotten like it's definitely changed.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that we won't have to
Do anything? Yeah, that's how usually like, because you know a lot of kids have them. If it's affecting their functionality, then we go about it. But if it's not, if we adjust and things are good, then we leave that alone.
Yeah, for sure. Are you sleepy? Are you gonna go to sleep now? You probably will. Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I changed my diet a little bit, and it's helping, but she still seems like sometimes she struggles.
Okay. So.
And it happened it was in the last week, so I'm wondering if the 2 weeks between adjustments, maybe we went too long. I don't know.
Well, let's check her today and see.
Okay. Hold on, there's a snap back here.
Her skin looks much better.
Yeah, she's definitely not peeling as much. It's just dry because it's winter. Can you hit that button? I don't have 2 hands, thanks. Yeah, I hear you. Amy. Okay, come on.
And I'll hold her for you.
This is hard to do with 1 hand. I'll lay her down. She has been a lot, like, very, very peaceful, though.
That's all.
She's in such a better spirits. There we go.
Have it, see. So, just because last time I forgot to kind of introduce you to the whole thing. Hey. When we were stuck in flight in the beginning, that can cause something is not. You're fine. You're fine. Let me check. Something is not. Kind of have her on you this time.
On me.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll try to scan her.
On my ear. You're okay.
I can see some. What you said, the gas.
Yeah.
Some
yeah.
constipation, would say.
That's good. Did you spit up on me? You did. Oh, good one. I know what they do. I know.
When did it start for her?
It was like what? It was like last week I noticed it, and it was weird because I didn't change, like nothing on my diet changed. Like a few of the things that I had was what I've always had, and then it bothered her, and it's never bothered her before.
It's always from within. When something is out,
Okay, it's
they...
okay. It's okay.
Yep.
I know. What's he doing?
So the tailbone.
That's what I was wondering.
Because this is what all the goes to the colon.
Yeah.
So the
Is there a
movement of
reason
the
why
food,
you're so gassy?
the absorption of the food. 6 is doing.
I know. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. But see how she's been pushing up a lot, like on me? Like I can tell she has, like her stomach's uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when I touched it, she didn't like it.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna do this slowly. So when we first unlocked the atlas and the tailbone, she can go to parasympathetic and be more calm. And that has to do with skin too, because being
Right.
sympathetic dominant, the body pushes everything.
Yeah, and she was getting cradle cap on like her eyebrows, and it's finally going away. So I think she like went through some sort of detox.
Mm-hmm. Now, yeah, when I do this, her tummy is not uncomfortable. This one here is okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You're gonna feel better.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's alright.
Did you spit on it? It's okay, you're good. Fixed.
Number I see. Sorry. Yeah. So it's different than last time. The 6 here is doing much better. So even when I touch it, but
Yeah, she hasn't been as spitty, which that's that one, right?
yeah, when it goes to the sphincter in the tummy, it's.
And now she's worked. Now she's got issues down there.
Yeah. So it all work together.
Oh, look at that head strength. Good job.
If the food is not being, moving around in the colon, because that's what a colon does, automatic. But that's controlled by the nerve, and if it's not going the right direction, then
Yeah.
you're not happy.
I know.
That's okay.
Yeah, her head movement's been a lot better. It's okay, we'll fix the gas eating.
Because I'm touching this.
Yeah.
So for that, I'm gonna go with you on that table,
Okay.
and then.
Diapers, because she's probably gonna blow it out, isn't she?
We'll see. Let's go this way. You're gonna have your back toward this. So you're gonna stand here.
I am?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then it won't fall. You're gonna hold it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go on the chair.
Going down.
Going down. Going down. Where'd you go, baby?
Comfortable?
Yeah, I'm good. It's okay.
Just need to do a small push there. That's it.
Oh, it's okay. I know. Does that feel better? Yeah? Does that feel better?
Small one. Coming up.
Feel better? Are you a new girl?
We'll check her now.
Are you a new girl? Wow, look at that.
Now let's see. Much better down there. Yep. See the-
Turn it back.
So when it moves now, it's not. You see, now when I touch it, it's even less. But the diaper need to change.
Hey, little buddy. I've been trying all day, so.
Check it just to see if, how much is there.
Not too much.
Good.
Not too much.
Before you change out, just 1 second. I want to check something. Because that's all I'm going to do on her today, but I want to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's much better. You good? Happy now?
Is that kind of? Alright, she's good.
I'm gonna check her cranial. So, if you wanna kind of like, how did you hear about the office, or like how do you, what made you bring your daughter here?
My sister.
Your sister.
And then we were told with her tongue tie stuff that she needed some CST therapy. So, yeah, chiropractic plus CST.
Gotcha. And the reason families always ask like, why would a kid that just got born need to be checked, right? And it's not always going to be like happy now after the adjustment.
She smiles now and it just melts your heart.
Yeah.
You can smile at him? Who's that? Is he helping? Yeah.
Much better. When, in your case, it was a little bit on the severe side where something was out here. But even if, because it's 3 weeks after pregnancy, if she was in the beginning, you would have not had that issues with her. And let's say I didn't adjust the atlas and she goes about life, that problem is going to go into an ear infection, is going to go to her getting sick every week because her nervous system is just out of alignment.
So what's funny is I had chronic ear infections as a kid, and my mom didn't know about chiropractic care, and I had tubes like put in my ears, but I had one every other week, and so I was determined like that she wasn't going to be that kid,
Yeah, and that's all. The atlas bone control your ENT system, nose, ear, and throat, and you want to think about him as a plant growing. When the plant grow, there's weeds around it. You gotta take them out, right?
Sure.
Same thing here. Those saublxation are like the weeds, and we're just helping them thrive through it.
Is he fixing you? You're just happy? Are you so happy? Yeah?
I know. That's your temporal bone on the left.
So should her gas improve now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And do you know why? Like, why did it go out of line? Is it just because she's growing?
Something, growing and shifted.
Okay.
And they grow like
I know.
so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like when they're in their teenage, you see them every. No, this is like weekly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So calm.
She's so calm now. You being a good girl? Here, give him a smile. Show him your cute little smile. Give him a smile. It's okay. You need some lotion. Yeah, you need some lotion.
And no problem with the latching?
So because of the gas situation, she's been not like eating super well because she's like arching and stuff. So I don't think it's a latching problem. I think it was what's going on here.
So it's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Because when she's not having any pain, she's fine. But when she is, she's like kind of kicking her feet, and then making it really hard for her to eat. But she's hungry, but then like her stomach doesn't feel good. So it's like.
Yeah, that's a byproduct.
Yeah.
Much better here. Good.
Good job.
And yeah, that wasn't happy before. Now it moves back and forth.
Oh, good.
When just so you can hold that a little, so you understand what's going on. Any bone in the body when it misaligns is gonna go. I want to get this one. Sorry. Any bone in the body when it misaligns is gonna go backward like this.
Okay.
Then it can go right and left. In their age, it's still not much right and left, or even going side to side. And that nerve goes from here and here on each level. When it goes back, the inflammation comes in here and trying to stabilize it. And you can see this hole. That's where the nerve comes out. So when the inflammation irritates this, the message is blocked. Or like, sometimes it can be 100% where you feel severe symptoms.
Sure.
Sometimes it's like 40%, 60%.
Right.
So when I push the bone back, now the lymphatic system, the swelling goes to the lymphatic system and the body, the nerve come back to work, and then the lymphatic system is just eliminating everything.
That makes sense.
If this get irritated, any system in the body, endocrine, lymphatic, you can imagine many symptoms from one adjustment.
Yeah. That's crazy. Well, good. I hope that helps because I was like racking my brain trying to figure out what I was eating that was bothering her.
Yeah, and That could be, but like when it happened over time.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's always 95% is always the spine. 5% is food and gut stuff. Just because of what's going on, let's go maybe do another week.
Yeah.
And then see how she hold up.
That works, because I think it started after, since it's been 2 weeks since I've seen you, it started like last week, so 1 week probably would be good. Just
Okay. Put some oil on her too.
I know she needs some lotion for sure.
Let me grab this.
Hi, you smiling? When did you have fun? Say that at first, huh?
See, it's not as rocky.
No. See, I didn't have as fun at first, but now I'm happy. He's happy.
You can just have her here.
Okay. Yeah.
She's so happy.
She is happy.
Her eyes just beautiful.
Thank you. We think so too. She's so wide-eyed all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got some oils on you? Oh, excuse you. Excuse you.
All right.
Maybe. Yeah, you did some clothes on? So big. So big.
Is Tuesday not Tuesday, Thursday good for you?
Yeah, Thursdays are good.
All right. She can change and then
Yeah, you better get some clothes.
let's put her there like that.
Okay, I was just saying, it's good to know that there was like a reason for what she was going through, because I was like trying to rack my brain figuring out what was going on, and then we were using that like the tummy dries oil on her, which was helping, but it wasn't like getting to the root or fixing it.
Yeah.
And then I feel so bad for her, like between 4 and 7 a.m. because, she sleeps on her back all night and then it like builds up. So between like 4 to 7 a.m. her sleep is so restless because she like needs to like express gas, but she can't because she's not in the right position to.
And that's the parasympathetic, which is the blue.
Yeah.
And it says dominant in rest and digest. So if it's off, she's not able to sleep.
Yeah.
And that happens with adults too.
Yeah, for sure. And now, are you going to be all better? Are you going to have a better night?
All
You're
sleepy.
probably going to go to sleep.
And for that reason, I always have this here when people come in, if you see it. It says there's a difference between treating the effect and adjusting the cause.
Yeah.
So when we fix the cause, the body operates as it's supposed to.
And then, are you going to sleep good for us tonight? No more restless sleep. Okay.